Good evening. This is Dr. Deborah Roba, the Menopause Whisperer. Well, it has truly been a wonderful time having this challenge. Now, we talked about the challenge. We talked about the fact that we're not going to wait until January to develop our resolutions around menopause. So, over the last 3 days, well, really, we started on Monday, or even I was even say on Sunday, but officially this is day 3. And we made the goal that we were going to identify what priority we were going to have from now until December the 31st regarding our menopause challenges, concerns, desires. We've talked about how we even assess them. I had placed a menopause tracker so you can record it. Yesterday, we talked about our mindset, and today is the plan. Are you ready? Well, I'm ready for you. So let's talk about the plan. You know what? Sometimes we got it in our minds. Sometimes we know what the issue is, but without a plan, there is no plan. Oh, I know my pastor used to say, unless you write it down, unless you have a plan, you really haven't set yourself up for success. So I want to ask you, first of all, do you have a piece of paper? Do you have a pencil? Are you ready to write this down? Are you ready? Get ready. Okay. First of all, we've been talking also over the last 2 days, and what I would really recommend for you to do over the next several days, if you have not had a chance to look at day 1, a day 2, I would really challenge you. Look at those days because we built one thing on top of another. It's like a process. You go step 1, step 2, and today is step 3. So watch step 3, but go all the way back. And I want you to know that this challenge is just not for one strategy. Whatever the issue, desire, the concern you have that is menopausal, these are the steps to go about really taking action. Okay, so today is make a plan and be committed. Now, as you know, my whole thing was around nutrition. And one of the people who put her concern was about joint pain. Now, if you're going to make a plan, you got to develop a path to success. Okay, you had that old pathway. Now, some of you say, I just want to throw it away. Sometimes it's not that easy. But the thing is, you're developing a new pathway. So, what I'm calling these are pathways to success. And in order to move forward, there's something very simple that I'm going to ask you to do today. Okay, we're going to say for me, my whole thing is around nutrition. Last night I talked about every time I eat, I'm going to take 3 deep breaths just to be cognizant, just to know that this is what I'm working on. But today I'm saying to myself, why? That's part of your pathways. That's part of the success track. Why am I doing this? Now, we talked about it before, but really, the reason why I want you to write this down is because I want you to know your why. Why am I going to implement this new habit, this new lifestyle in my life? Because if you don't have a why, you really are not going to have the motivation to achieve what you want to achieve. My why is because I want to be healthier. I want to be well. I want the quality of my life to be such that I can continue to do whatever I need to do for myself. For some of you, you're wise, and I hear this from folks. I'm tired of people telling me that I'm forgetting everything, or another menopausal thing, I got foggy thinking, or the hot flashes, or all the different signs and symptoms, but know your why. Now, sometimes with the why, it's not only you, but it involves other personal influences in your life. My why also has to do with my family. I want to be well because I don't want them to have to do stuff for me. I want to be well because I know that they're going to hold me accountable. Now, some of you will say, what? I'm going to involve other people in this? Yes. You need to have people to hold you accountable. Now, I have what is called an executive board. I had people in my life that say, Deborah, did you do this? Deborah, did you do this? Are you doing this? Are you not doing this? They hold me accountable. So that's your who. We started off with your why, your who, and what. What exactly are you going to do? Now, for me, I talked about taking 3 breaths, but I'm going to take it further. I'm going to start planning my meal. Now, I'm not going to say I'm going to do it for the whole week, but I'm going to at least maybe for the next 4 to 5 days plan my breakfast. What am I going to eat? I'm giving you these examples because I want you also to see how this can be done. Why, who, what, and when. So I said breakfast. Okay? Breakfast for me. But I know the next week I'm going to take it further. It's not going to only be breakfast, it's going to be lunch. Next, where? Now, some of us, I will say this, we haven't even identified exactly where we're going to put this new pathway. Now, if you know that if you sit in front of the television, I'm talking nutrition again, and you know you'll be sitting there with a bag of popcorn, just taking it down, that's a trigger. No. So what I did today, wait a minute. Okay, I hear here Shonda James. She says planning your meals is an awesome idea. I plan my dinner meals. Thank you. Plan. Now I'm gonna give you another little hint. If we're talking nutrition, have your own pre-planned snacks. So as soon as you say, "Oh gosh, I need a snack," have it in the refrigerator. Pull it out the refrigerator. Even whatever it is, it's going to be a nutritional snack. Not the cookies, not the pretzels, not the candy, but we're going to have something planned. Without a plan, you're not moving towards success. And then how? Okay, so we said why, who, what, when, where, and how. I want you to take the pencil and paper that I talked to you about. I want you to write out how do you plan to accomplish this priority? Take time to think. Take time to take the other information we talked about earlier this week. Now, I heard about this study, and in this study, they wanted people to floss. Now, they told one group, we want you to floss every day for 30 days, the whole mouth. And another group, they said, we want you just to floss one tooth. One tooth. Who do you think was the most successful? Right, the one tooth. Because each and every little step you make, it goes into your mind. You're developing a pathway towards success. But sometimes when you have the goal too large, you've already set up yourself like, I'm not going to do this. Because the more you see the wins, the positives, the more you are motivated to move forward. So after they had that group just doing one tooth, do you know 30 days later, they're the ones who were not only doing one tooth, they were doing the whole mouth. Now, isn't that not challenging? So I want you to take one little small area, one, and that's why I was starting off with take 3 deep breathing before I eat, because that's something small but also I can see the outcome. I can make sure that it's really me accomplishing something. Now, let me say this to you. Earlier during the week, we talked about developing a daily routine. That's just getting up, getting your mind right. But I want you to think of what can you do daily that you can rehearse your why. You can have some relationship with the who that's going to hold you accountable, the what you're going to do, the where you're going to do it, and the how you're going to do it. You think you're up for the challenge? I think you can do it. I know you can do it. Now, I wanted to put this challenge together because we have what's coming up. We're having a Menopause Bootcamp, a virtual 3-day boot camp. And I thought that starting off with this small challenge, you seeing your success will get you ready for our boot camp. Yes, it's in January. It's the 14th of January, 15th and 16th. We're going to have a ball. One of the things we are going to do, we're going to do a vision board. And we are going to help each other not only think about where we are now, but where we're going. The goal of this boot camp for you menopausal women is to even look at each quarter of the next year. Okay, 2020, okay, everybody's just thinking that. But I'm gonna tell you something. There's some really good lessons you learned. Tell me now. There were some good things you learned during 2020 that's going to help you be successful in 2021. But at this virtual boot camp, we're going to support each other. We're going to help each other. We're going to do this vision board. And why? Because me, no pause. Okay, you got the menopause, but me, no pause. I don't stop. You don't stop. And you're going to keep moving forward. Why? Let me tell you what your why is on this account. Because you are fabulous. You have a purpose. You have a passion. And sometimes you've let menopause stop you. Now, I will say to you, this is just the beginning of how successful you're going to be. Well, I've challenged you. I've talked to you over the last 3 days. I will say to you again, go back through day 1, 2, and 3 and apply these steps, these principles. Now, if you're interested in coming to the boot camp, and please bring your friends. I have a thing where, if you bring your friends, they'll get a certain rate. Okay. So I want you to bring your friends because first of all, that friend will help you be accountable through the rest of the year. Absolutely. What I would say to you is DM me, go on my Facebook. I have the link, but do a direct message with me and I'll send you the link. You got questions about it? Hey, do a direct message me on Messenger, and I'll only be too happy to talk with you. Well, I want to congratulate you. You made it through the 3-day challenge, and I know you have a win. So, as Dr. Deborah D. Roebuck, the Menopause Whisperer, I want to say to you, have a great day, evening, night on purpose. Bye now.